Hello, this is Beth Ricardo with Inside Natural Bodybuilding, and I'm here interviewing my husband, Phipip Ricardo Jr., about his recent win at the NGA Pro Show, Mount Rogers. Phil, could you tell me a little bit how the show went and who the competitors were?
Yeah, it was a great show run by Dave Spindell. He's a great promoter out here in Virginia. This is actually the biggest show for the NGA out here, and it was in Woodbridge, Virginia at Freedom High School. Great show, 10 great pros that were on stage, and I was happy to get the nod over guys like Marshall Johnson, who finished second. Guy's 52 years old, super shredded. Anthony Blake brought a great package. Both those guys have been very active on the circuit this year. Anthony Blake won a couple of shows. Marshall Johnson second at the Yorton, second at the Pro Universe. So like I said, a lot of respect for those guys. Will Usher, everyone knows about him. Great poser, always active on the circuit. A lot of wins last year. Fifth place was Carl Frady, really huge bodybuilder. He's got a lot of potential to do some damage in the future as well. This is his first year as a pro. Guys like Rico Browning, he's a veteran on stage. Same thing with Victor Oliver, James Ward Jr., a couple other guys. Like I said, great show, and I'm glad to have come out on top.
Good, awesome. And you previously just did the Olympia and the Yorton. You got second. You planned all these shows ahead of time. The two big shows at the beginning. Why did you choose this small show for your last show of the year? Why this one?
Like I said, originally I had only planned to do the Yorton and the Olympia, the two big world championship shows to see how I would do. Like I said, I got second. And we went and saw a show earlier in the year. It was just an NGA amateur show, and they said, hey, we're going to have actually a pro show for, at this show, and it's going to be November 17th, and I said, wow, it's perfect timing right after the Olympia. It's local, it's 20 miles away from the house. So I just decided I wanted to do that just because of the fact that A, it was a local show, so friends and family can see it. And I had already talked to a lot of guys, just like Anthony Blake, great friend of mine, used to go to church together. Same thing with Will Usher. So knowing guys like that would be in the show, and there's so many great natural pros that live here in Virginia, DC, Maryland area. So I just thought, hey, it's not going to be some cakewalk, pro show. This is going to be something huge that, they can see how, the guys, the natural pros on the East Coast really represent. We've got guys like Doug Miller, Kareem Petaway. So, there's some great pros out here, and it's a good show. And I think a lot of quality was on the stage on Saturday.
Yeah, so. It was a really big show, really chaotic, but the promoter ran it very well. Any plans for 2013? You want to go back and win that Olympia title, the Yorton title? Any plans to compete?
I don't know. I'm sure that you and I will be discussing that. It depends on how things go. Hopefully I'll stay healthy and everything else, and can make some more gains, because obviously I have still some more work to do, finishing second. So also it depends on my sponsors, Body Evolution, timing. I know the Yorton's going to be here this year. The Olympia is still going to be on the West Coast. Both those shows are great. I love both the organizations. Very well run shows. So who knows? I can compete this year. I might take off. I can't confirm nor deny anything at this moment. So.
All right. And any guest posings lined up yet?
Yes, I have 2 guest posings so far lined up, and who knows if anything else will come down the road. April 6th, I'll be doing a guest posing for an IFPA Pro Qualifier, thanks to Mike Halsey. Big shout out for him. He's doing a show in Binghamton, New York, April 6th. Really looking forward to going to that show. And then a PNBA Masters competitor, Sakona, he invited us to go to Washington State and do the PNBA or ABA show out there. So I'm sure that with him and Chad Martin in the area, that should be a really good show that will be out there ready to guest pose. And if something comes along, after those guest posing appearances, competition-wise, who knows? You may see me on stage, but like I said, no confirmation.
All right. Well, it looks like third time was the charm with the Mount Rogers show, and thank you for interviewing with me. And this is Beth Ricardo with Inside Natural Bodybuilding Radio, interviewing the legend, Phipip Ricardo Jr. Thank you.
My pleasure, baby.